Welcome to All India Bakchod
episode number 2.
Hello, how are you doing?
I'm going very well.
How was your week?
The week was fantastic. We had a great time in Pune.
That's awesome. That's why we did a gig in Pune. That was cool.
We did a gig in Pune where we performed for Sparsh Balgram, an NGO working with children with HIV. And
that was nice.
It was Tanmay was of course hosting the show, and it was just really nice to see Tanmay surrounded by like little kids who were dancing for him, and then they gave him a rose and a shawl, which is probably when Tanmay has felt the most respected ever in his entire life.
No, but after doing my charity gig, I've just come back and I've just like started beating up like kittens and just because my karma is now imbalanced, so I need to do something fuck all shit for the day. I'm just gonna go around like molesting dogs and just shit like that.
But wasn't it nice to do something so selfless?
It was very nice.
Very nice.
It was lovely.
Thank you to the people of Pimpri for hosting us.
Why am I a little turned on? Never mind.
Right after a story about kids. Thanks, Tanmay. Just karma is out of balance again.
Yeah. Right. So, thank you for listening to episode 1 last week. That was really nice of you guys. Yeah. And now is episode 2. Let's just get down to it. For a big thing of this week, a minister in the Karnataka Assembly was caught watching porn on his cell phone.
You know, it's a little sad that you don't get the parliament to ever fucking function, and the one time you do get it to work, everyone is just sitting and watching porn. That's just like my first internship. I never anywhere I ever worked.
That was the first time I got broadband, dude. I just lost for 1 month. I was just like, my dick's just gonna be out of my pants for a month.
Actually, that's true, right? When you had dial-up, it was just such a pain in the ass. And the first time everybody got broadband, they're like,
oh my god,
hey boy,
fuck! Not a 10-minute gap between.
Dude, what was the website back then? It was called DesiBaba.com.
That's true.
Which had just like fuck all images of random white women with like Rani Mukherjee's photograph. Yeah. And you're like, yeah, Rani.
And there was one really fuck all one. You'd have like film stars banging each other. So there was just like Anil Kapoor's face morphed onto this white dude. I was just like, I know that's not how Anil Kapoor looks naked.
But that's the sad bit, that we knew that there was a glitch in the Matrix, but we still were like, fuck it, my penis is out.
Yeah, it's okay.
Yeah, Anil, do it. But no, listen, I was the first thought that went through my head when I heard that these guys watching porn on their cell phone was like, how fast is the internet connection on the cell phone?
Parliament.
Their cell phones are crazy.
But that makes so much sense because, when the 3G connection was coming out and there was the whole Zuzus everywhere, and the Zuzus look like sperms. That should have been a fucking hint for everyone. This is why you need 3G. So eventually production of this will increase.
Also, Vodafone, we just plugged your brand. So, all I'm saying is we're looking for sponsorship. It's cool. It's fine. It's not a problem.
But this was a BJP minister who got caught, right?
This is a BJP minister.
Do you think there was just like a giant red alert in everyone's passing messages within the Congress saying, Baba, just be careful what you're doing? Do you think like Manmohan Singh walked into Sonia's room and like, Madam ji, wo जो MMS बनाए थे delete कर दे
कल पकड़ लेगा.
That's just horrible, dude.
That's just horrible. Now you just giving me bad mental images of like Manmohan and Sonia.
I just compared Manmohan Singh to Ashmit Patel, so it's a little sad.
Sad. You know what's more sad? Ashmit Patel has probably got more shit done in his life than Manmohan Singh has in the last 5 years. Yeah. That's a little bad. Yeah, because look at the difference. Like Manmohan Singh has been trying to improve relations with Pakistan over the last 7 years.
That's true. And so has Ashmit Patel.
Did it in one show, man. 30 days you give it to Ashmit Patel. Your confidence building measures are through the roof. This is bullshit.
That's awesome.
But you know what is fascinating? What's fascinating is they haven't told us what kind of porn the ministers were watching. So in my head, I'm like, these are BJP guys, right? They're probably just like animal videos. just like cows.
Like
just udders going left and right in slow motion. And that makes total sense why the central ministry wants iPads, right?
Yeah, that makes...
I think everybody will just be watching porn on their iPads.
If you don't have an iPad, you don't have a boner.
Well, I just get a boner simply by having an iPad in my bag. Check it out, I have an iPad. You
get a boner?
Ass bitch.
I get an extra penis. That's what I get. I walk around with an extra dick. Like, check it out. My dick has retina screen. And just like...
I have like a white one, which is that. Which is not what I can say in real life. Sad, just so sad.
Welcome to All India Bakchor, ladies and gentlemen.
Just rubbish.
It must be so weird for them to watch porn in the parliament, right? Like, it must be so creepy. Like, imagine watching like two really hot chicks doing it and you have a giant boner and then your face goes up and you see Meera Kumar there and your boner is gone away.
बैठ जाइए खड़े मत होइए दोनों लोग क्यों खड़े हैं That's just
so juvenile. But I just, like, Kama, can you even imagine politicians having sex?
It's tough, right? It's really tough.
I just can't even imagine it.
Like think about someone like Manmohan Singh having sex.
Just like, talk dirty to me.
Chole bhature,
Oh yes.
paneer butter masala,
Oh yes. Oh
chicken
god.
tikka.
That's so hot. Like, I can't even fucking imagine it.
कपड़ों पे तरी लग गई.
Like you can't have sex with Narendra Modi because the second you whip out your cock and if you have foreskin, you're fucked. Or in this case, you're not fucked.
Who else?
Devegowda.
Just asleep, man. How does Devegowda have sex? Actually, I don't want him to have sex. Like, just
Talk dirty to me. Just fucking snoring. So basically with Devegowda, you have to have sex with him while he's sleeping. So it's like sex inside his sleep, like sexception. Who else?
Amar Singh.
Amar Singh, Jai Bachchan essentially.
Jai Bachchan, Aishwarya Rai.
Bipasha Basu.
Whose baby?
That's horrible. We can't put this on the podcast.
Like, no, the thing with Amar Singh is the only guy who after having sex will just go have a press conference. हाँ, अभी मैंने इनको चोदा और जो हुआ है मेरे कारण ही हुआ है and बस I am the only one. So this is press conference every time he has sex.
Rahul
Gandhi, sex is the most unexpected sex you'll ever get. You'll just be sitting, chilling in your house. Just suddenly you'll see a flurry of like press cameras and he'll come, take your pants off, fuck you, just leave.
He'll fuck you where the common man has sex, like in the train and like in the jhopdi and shit like that.
Yes.
On the flyovers and like.
आम आदमी का साथ.
Tax भरा है तो हम चोद सकते हैं यहाँ पे essentially.
आम आदमी का हाथ हमारी गांड के साथ. That's just so
Karunanidhi.
Karunanidhi is the only. See, it doesn't matter who you are if you're having sex with Karunanidhi because in his head you're still black. Because the sunglasses just.
It don't matter if you're black or white.
Which is essentially the same thing he says about money.
Yeah.
Oh, that is just. You can't have sex with couple symbol. Couple symbol sex has to be with your clothes on. Otherwise, it's defamatory and obscene. And you will get banned and you will not be allowed to walk around India.
Walk around India.
Who would want to have sex with couple symbol?
Please come outside the border. Like, just fuck all couple symbol. Right, so one more thing that happened this week, Amba, was when a man named Shah Rukh Khan very gently made his point to a man named Shirish Kundar for having fucked with him.
Yes. I don't even. The thing is, the story is that, you know, I remember when the story broke, it was just such a slow news day. And when and when Shah Rukh Khan slaps someone, your mind just boggles in so many directions. Like, I didn't know which joke to start with.
Yeah, I didn't know where to go.
Where to go, right? But for those people who are living under a rock and who do not know what happened because we don't read the Hindu.
So clearly, fuck, I'm feeling sleepy now that you said the Hindu. Sorry. So what happened was that Shah Rukh went to the Agnipath success party right after Filmfare, and I totally, me and you, Rohan and Ashish, we were at Filmfare, and we totally regret not going to that party ourselves. He went to the Agnipath success party, where he apparently went and bitch slapped the fuck out of Shirish Kundar. 1 sec. So anyway, just wanted to laugh and get that out of my system.
Yeah, dude.
So he bitch slapped the fuck out of Shirish Kundar. I think that is just fucking hilarious.
But you know what? Let me just say this. I did not know what Shirish Kundar looked like. Okay. And then I googled it. and he has really long hair.
Yeah.
Which is just strange because he looks exactly like Farah Khan. Like
He does.
And I was just afraid, what if Shah Rukh accidentally slapped Farah Khan?
My first reaction when the story broke was ki Shah Rukh's from Delhi. Now it all makes sense.
It all makes sense.
But like having worked with the guy, I can tell you, like he's a very nice, very sweet guy.
Everyone's
But
nice.
there's a little bit of a Delhi in him, in the sense ki when Shah Rukh probably loses it, like I wouldn't want to fuck around with Shah Rukh. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like he's very sweet or whatever, but he's fucking badass.
Okay, now that you've sucked enough cock, can we go to the joke? So the story apparently goes that he went inside the success party, grabbed Shirish Kundar by the hair, pulled him down, sat on top of him, and then slapped him. After which, which is hilarious. After which, Sanjay Dutt, who was also around the side, say, "Oh shit, petai ho rahi hai." You know, when in school, two people are getting beat up.
Like essentially that.
When two people are getting beat up and there's a crowd of 10, everybody, वो मतलब Ganga में हाथ धोने
I don't know,
वाली
is it
बात
just me or as the visual of Sanjay Dutt beating Shirish Kundar up, for me in the background there's ta 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 S bole to slap. I don't know why it's just playing in my head.
बोले तो Shirish.
S bole to शाना कैरेक्टर मैं टेढ़े को सीधा करा दूं. It's just playing in my head.
But this is just one of those few times when Shirish Kundar is glad that Sanjay Dutt doesn't have his AK-56.
Yeah. समझो हो ही गया. It's fucking funny, dude.
Yeah, but that's the thing, right? Like with people like Sanjay Dutt who've already gone to jail, they don't give a fuck.
They don't give a shit.
They don't give
and
a
also like the media completely jizzed to that story that day.
Of
Like it
course,
was everywhere.
everywhere.
It was fucking front page. Even the Hindu was like,
let's consider this.
Let's consider this. Let's consider this. So what a lot of media people they carried was that Shirish Kundar made a tweet about Ravan that probably pissed Shah Rukh Khan off.
Yeah.
First of all, how fucking Vela do you think Shah Rukh Khan is that he remembers a tweet that Shirish Kundar made? And also like...
Maybe that's the thing, right? Let's just go check his interactions if
I
he
don't-
favorited that tweet.
No, I don't think so because
I
at
don't think
Filmfare, throughout Filmfare, Shah Rukh has made Ravan jokes about how he fucking failed as a producer, this, that, and all. Like we himself wrote, and he was very cool about the whole thing. He was very chilled out. I don't think I personally don't think it was a tweet. I just think Shirish Kundar got drunk and just did his own thing.
Yeah, it does. Apparently, Shirish Kundar has a history of like being drunk and shit. Do you like?
Yeah, I remember watching an episode of Rendezvous with Simi Garewal. Remember there was Farah Khan and
Wait. Hang on for a second because I want to judge you right now.
Okay, take your time. So, anyways, I was watching this episode of Rendezvous with Simi Garewal, where Farah Khan and Shirish Kundar were on the episode.
Oh wow. Okay.
Yeah, and I can't believe
exactly.
that. Right?
I didn't know they were that old.
Yeah. So Farah Khan and Shirish Kundar were on the episode, and Farah Khan was. This was really funny. Okay, Farah Khan was talking, and she was like, the first time I met Shirish, he was very drunk, and things happened between us, and when he proposed.
You
to
have to be drunk to do things with Farah Khan, right? You can't do it any other way.
Get this. So then she's like, when he proposed to me, he was drunk again, And then when we told our parents about it, Shirish was just
drunk
as
again.
she was saying this, she realized that every big moment in her life, this fucker's been drunk.
Yeah, don't say drunk, nah. It's a little mean.
Why?
Just say alcohol aficionado.
And I think what a pussy for the next day. You're like, sorry, Shah Rukh bhai. Sorry,
Yeah, which is insane because can you like the only two people who can do this are people as big as Shah Rukh Khan or like Shiv Sena. That you go in, beat the shit out of someone and then get them to come back to you and apologize saying sorry for being such a truth.
Yeah.
That's insane, right?
Yeah, wish my
That's
dad
crazy.
did that when I was a kid. So anyways.
Obviously there's some daddy issues. You want to talk about them? You want to talk about them?
No, I think it's just totally pussy. Like, I'm just like when three kids grow up in the future, like they're just walking on the street.
Yeah,
People just come and like fucking.
Pitai hogi na, pitai hogi. Like you think, yeah, that's what I thought. Like when the rumor about Jackie Shroff being gay
Gay,
broke out,
huh.
I just thought like his kids would get such a bad time at school. Hey, Papa Rangila, hey, Rangila. Just because of that movie, right?
Yeah.
This is just one of those incidents where like, oh God.
Oh, God.
But even Shah Rukh came up with a statement that, his kids were being affected by the story.
Do you think the kids go to school the next day and like they don't do their homework and the teacher just comes and slaps the kid and the kid goes home, Papa teacher ne mujhe thappad mari, and the Papa's like, koi nahi beta, jaake sorry bolna agle din. That's the lesson I've learned.
That's the lesson I've
Just
learned.
trust me on this, it works. Just trust me.
But the funny thing with the Shah Rukh kid story was, I thought that would have worked in his favor. Like if my pop would have beat the shit out of someone, I'd be like, yeah.
That's quite badass.
Don't fuck with me.
Don't fuck. He beat Ravan and Shirish Kundar. Just Ravan's Jivan's on the decline. Do you know his kids' names?
No.
Ashamed, and ashamed.
Oh, that's hilarious. Oh, good
God. What else? What else can we talk about? What are the other big Bollywood scuffles, like major fights?
Salman Khan ran over people. They didn't really have much of a chance to. They didn't have a chance to say sorry the next day because they were dead. So that was one. That's about it. That's all I remember.
What was the Salman Shah Rukh thing?
I don't know. I know Gulshan Kumar. He couldn't apologize either.
It's just a series of dead jokes. 1 minute silence.
1 minute silence. Hey, listen, I bought enough T-Series cassettes, okay? My house is
No,
full
I think what we have to establish is every time through the rest of the podcast, whenever we mention Shirish Kundar, I believe this must play. I think it's so appropriate. I believe it captures the essence of a Shirish Kundar. Right, so one more thing that happened last week, Hamba. Mr. Schwarzenegger came to Delhi.
Did you just call him a nigger?
Schwarzenegger. So he came to Delhi to present an award to Mr. Abhishek Bachchan. What is the award? What is the award for?
Something about going green, like some environmentalist award.
I'm sorry, that just puts a really fucked up image of my head where the baby was born on a leaf in a jungle surrounded by elephants. It's just like nature, just the most eco-friendly delivery in the world.
That's the crazy thing. There are two crazy things about the story. One, it's so typical that a bodybuilder lands in Delhi.
Yeah.
Right? The second, her baby was born in the Seven Hills Hospital or whatever that's called, which is built over some 400 acres, which was slumland, which because of building that hospital, they had to relocate some 30,000 people.
It's very eco-friendly.
And yeah, exactly. It's just, and he got an award for going green.
I think that's super.
Maybe
Basically, what happened was all his movies, it took very little trees to die for the tickets to be printed, which is why he technically was given the award. But my favorite part was, I don't know, in my head, there's just a funny image that as soon as Arnold landed in Delhi, he just got into a fight with someone on the road, and Arnold just went like, "Janta hai mera baap kaun hai?" Just like all these Delhi things like are just coming out. I know the PM Basta. Like I don't know why. मनमोहन सिंह को जानता हूँ.
You are now dangerously sounding close to a Bengali. You've just gone from Arnold to Bomb.
Korbal और जीत पड़ा है.
Wow, another thing to suck up to in the same episode. Thanks, well done.
Bastard. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, it's now time for Bucks Chod of the week. This week, Kamba, what do we have to pick? There was just so much to pick from this week.
We picked, after a tough, calculated decision,
Yes.
Nitin Gadkari's stage collapsing in Ghazipur, Uttar Pradesh.
Spectacular stage collapse. That's our Bucks Chod of the week.
Buckchod of the week. Buckchod number 5.
I just think it's amazing every time the BJP is in Uttar Pradesh, a structure just randomly collapses.
I think it's astounding that you're calling Nitin Gadkari is quite the structure.
Buckchod number 4.
I was watching the news channels and they just showed like Nitin Gadkari just falling in slow motion. Like his flab was just like, you could just watch it just like bounce all over the stage. And for 1 second I was like, wow, this is exactly like Wipeout.
Buckchod number 3.
I just think, don't you think it's fascinating? Like, it's been only 2 months, not even 2 months, 2 weeks since Suresh Kalmadi got out of jail, and shit has already started to collapse all across the country.
I think the army will have to come in and fix
Fix
the
this stage in the next time. Unbelievable.
Bakchod number 2.
I think this happened in UP, right?
Yeah.
So essentially, Nitin Gadkari, a massive man, went on stage and the stage collapsed. So essentially, Nitin Gadkari is like an elephant and he's in UP right now. You think the election commission is just going to cover his fucking face in the next 2 days?
Wrap it up with plastic.
Bakchod number 1.
So Tanmay, I just want to ask, it's Nitin Gadkari's stage collapsed and you're a performer. So has it ever happened that you've been performing and the stage just randomly collapsed?
Go fuck yourself, Khamba. Alright guys, that's it for today's episode of All India Bakchod. Before we go, Khamba, just one thing I want to tell you. Shirish Kundar. So anyways, that's it for today's episode of All India Bakchod. Khamba, did you have fun?
Yeah, it was fun, man.
was fun.
Discussing political events and socio-cultural events.
Such mature people we
Mature
are.
people we are.
Right, so Khamba, plug in your next shows. Where are you performing next?
Yes, I will be in Bangalore from the 17th to the 20th of Feb. I've already linked it on my Twitter page. I'll be performing at the Alliance Francaise and at the Alila Hotel. Tickets are $1,000 a pop, which includes all-you-can-eat food and drinks. So be there, come and watch me. I'll be performing with our team at
That's awesome. I'll be performing in Delhi tomorrow, actually, funnily enough. Or not tomorrow, whenever this comes out. I'll be performing on the 9th at Looney Goons, Neeti Palta, very funny comic from Delhi, Neeti Palta's property. It's at 1 Boulevard, which is at Select City Walk Mall. So come check me out if you haven't seen me. I'm not doing a lot of new material, but come check me out. Hopefully it'll be fun. Apart from this, a couple of other pimps. This podcast was recorded at Ayan Day's studio, Medico Studios in Yari Road. Ayan is very, 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 very nice, and he's been sweet enough to do this.
And feeds us handmade donuts every time we record here, which is awesome.
Ayan Day Studios, 9833917449. Do get in touch with him, any bands who want to do it. And one quick plug for next week's podcast. I'm very excited about this, Khamba. Are you excited?
Yes, I'm very excited.
Next week we're gonna reward and we're gonna appreciate the worst that Bollywood has had in the last year. Since it is award season, we thought we should just fuck up Bollywood once again. And we have two very special comics coming in for next week's episode. We won't tell you who they are. You'll never guess.
You'll never guess.
One of them's name begins with an R. Here's a hint, and ends with an Ohan Joshi. And the other one is a really popular columnist who writes for the Hindustan Times.
Yeah.
Ashish Shakya. So please do guess who's coming
next week. You might just get an awesome, fabulous prize at the end of it.
That's true. Khamba's gonna show you his. See you guys next week then, ladies and gentlemen. That's it for this week. Thank you for listening.
Thank you.
See you guys next week. Oh, Shirish Kundar.